when I saw that clip you were referring to with Bernie, they put Bernie on the screen. They had Debbie Wasserman sitting there with Greta. And
Yeah.
and it's like, it had to be painful for Debbie Wasserman to sit there and have to listen to Bernie, like, call her out and call out all the Democrats. I know Bernie, man, he needs security, Jimmy. He needs security.
He needs something. But I really, I don't understand what he thinks he's doing with the Unity tour. It was originally his idea to do a Medicare for All tour, and then Tom Perez hijacked it. Did you know that?
I didn't know that. No.
Yeah, so I heard. So you can read.
Yeah, because
that's my reporting.
Now that I think about it, Jimmy, he was on that tear. Like he was going to small towns, doing those town halls, and they were primarily focusing on Medicare. They were focused on health care.
When he went to West Virginia with Chris Hayes, he talked about single payer, and he got a room full of Trump supporters to fucking stand on their feet and applaud for it. And meanwhile, I can't get Dianne Feinstein to let single payer cross her lips. So you tell me what's wrong with the Democratic Party. There's no point to the Democratic Party. The only point to the Democratic Party is to fill their pockets with money from donors. And let me tell you something else. And I don't know if this might sound radical or crazy, but it's not, and it's true. That the Democratic Party, Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, Debbie Wasserman Schultz, and Tom Perez would rather lose to Donald Trump than let Bernie win and take over the party.
Yeah.
That is a fact.
Hell yeah, that's a fact, man. Anyone who doesn't look, I know we have new people sometimes who don't know the background on this, man, but come on, guys. Like, Bernie was up how many points, Jimmy, before this freaking thing even started? Like back in the primaries in 2016, he was up like 10 points, 12, 14 points, or some crazy number, and Hillary was down 2, and they still backed Hillary? They don't want to win, man. What's this guy? This guy, I forget who it was in Kansas City, Jimmy. Who was that? Was
it James Thompson?
That's it, man. They didn't give that guy any money, and they sent the money to John Ossoff because he's another sellout corporatist Democrat, right?
Yeah, it's again, that's why I say we need a third party for sure. This isn't working. So I'm doing the draft Bernie with Nick Brana, and I just think that Bernie needs to make a jump now. The Democrats are dead. Once they got in bed with Wall Street, because the Democrats are wedded to Wall Street. Well, you can't be in bed with Wall Street and then claim to fucking represent workers. Those are diametrically opposed. Wall Street wants to take your job, turn it into a low-paying job, and ship it to a poorer person in a more desperate situation. That's what Wall Street wants to do. Unions want to save those jobs. You can't be in bed with Wall Street and be in bed with workers. So right now, the Democratic Party, that's why they passed NAFTA. That's why they want to pass TPP. That's why they didn't pass card check, and that's why Barack Obama didn't put on a comfortable shoe when the teachers were getting fucked over in Wisconsin, and that's why Democratic mayors across the country gave the order to union cops to go crack the heads of Occupy Wall Street. That's the power of Wall Street money.
Absolutely, and now what do you think about Barack Obama coming back out into the limelight and talking a little bit now that he's finished jet skiing and now he's coming back out and he's talking to people in Chicago about, I don't know, getting money out of politics, and then he takes what's that? How much is that speaking engagement for?
$400,000 he's taken from Wall Street. So. That idea that somehow Barack Obama, I mean, they're all again. So how is that not a problem? Of course that's a huge problem, right? And so this is legalized bribery. That's what that is. So he's going to wait 9 months to cash in, and that's what he's doing. So they're all in bed with the people they're supposed to be regulating. And Barack Obama, he should go back to Flint and drink some more fucking water like a sellout that he is.
True.
That was disgusting to see Barack Obama go there. There are children's brains poisoned with lead. There are people with neurological disorders. And he came there, drank a glass of water, and left town. Holy fucking shit. You wonder why Hillary didn't win Michigan? You wonder why the people don't trust the Democratic Party? Because they don't trust the Democratic Party. You know why? Because the Democratic Party ain't working for them. Democratic Party's in bed with corporations, the military-industrial complex, and Wall Street, and they are fucking you actively.
Actively. No Vaseline, no mood music, no Lou Rawls, no I don't know, no Luther, no Candlelight, no shit. Not even they don't even give you the number after they call it Uber.
Hey, Hey Tim, you saw in Baltimore that who vetoed the $15 minimum wage in Baltimore?
Oh,
It was a
Pew.
female. It was
Yeah.
a female black Democrat
Yep.
vetoed the $15 minimum wage
Who
when Shama
fucking ran
Sawant
on it,
passed. Go ahead.
Jimmy? She ran on it. She didn't just veto it, she ran on it. She was talking about it. It was part of her campaign stump speech.
And what is that? That just goes to show you, right? The Democratic Party is not for the $15 minimum wage. Her donors got to her, and the Democratic higher-ups got to her and said, if you want a future in this party, you better go against it. You better veto it. And so she did. You know, when Shama Sawant in Seattle, she's a socialist in the city council in Seattle. She's a real progressive. She got the $15 minimum wage passed in Seattle, and guess who she had to fight there? The goddamn Democratic mayor was against it. So she makes a great point, Shama Sawant. She came on my show and she said, you know, if you're a progressive, the road for your movement inside the Democratic Party leads to a graveyard.